Good. I'm not sure if it's morning or afternoon with you right now, but for me, it's afternoon. This is, what day is it? Saturday. Anyway, welcome to my lesson. Okay, today we are talking about the speaking test. Okay, so let me just share my screen and we will begin. Okay, so today's lesson, you're going to watch a video, this video. Now, try to remember as much of the content as possible because at the end, you have to complete a quiz via Google Forms. Okay, pretty interesting stuff. Right, now, funny enough, why do I have a picture of two birds? Well, I was just thinking that we are not the only creatures on this planet that communicate. In fact, research shows that some birds can communicate with humans. I find that pretty interesting. Okay, the speaking test format. So look, part one is questions and answers about a familiar topic. Okay, this is the part of the speaking test where you're relaxed. You try to get into a relaxed frame of mind to complete the rest, okay? So, part two is a 2-minute talk about a personal experience. Now, why is it called a long turn? I had to Google this. It's called a long turn because it's your opportunity to speak for a long time, okay? And next, part three, questions and answers related to part two. Okay, so let's just have a look at this more closely. So part one, 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, 4 to 5 minutes is not a long time, really. Okay, so here's possible topics: people, friends, family members, people you study with, your classmates, and so on. Places, your hometown, your native country, Thailand, your school. You might be asked about assumption. Okay. Preferences, your favorite type of music, food, books, movies, etc. And then your routines. Well, in your cases, you don't have jobs, but your studies, your habits or your hobbies. Okay. Some of us have good habits and some of us have bad ones. Now, part two is 3 or 4 minutes. You might be asked to describe a famous or well-known person that you admire. You might be asked to describe a shop near where you live. Yeah, remember, it's only 3 or 4 minutes. So describe a special gift or present you gave to somebody. Now, remember to listen to the question, answer the question. In that case, don't talk about a gift that somebody gave you. Describe an interest or hobby that you enjoy. So a lot of you like to sing, a lot of you like to play guitar, play piano, play basketball, whatever. Describe a time when you helped somebody. There we go. Thai people are very friendly and very helpful, so that might apply to you. And part three is 4 to 5 minutes. So after 2 or 3 questions, the examiner will introduce a related but slightly more abstract topic. Okay. For example, let's talk about celebrity culture. So they ask a few questions like, famous people are often used in advertisements. Can you give me some examples? Do you think advertisements featuring celebrities can have a negative effect on young people? Or how might celebrities be used to influence public opinion? So these are the sort of questions that you need to be thinking about. And if you don't know how to answer these questions, it would be a good idea to look at some examples and Google the information so you become familiar with these kinds of topics. Okay, so what are you marked on? Fluency and coherence. What does that mean? Well, these 3 subtopics will help you understand. Avoid silence or hesitation. So too much time between words. Okay. It's important not to speak too fast, but speaking too slowly or pausing a lot is not fluent English. Okay, so you'd be marked down for fluency. Speak at length on each topic. Okay, don't worry about speaking too long at any point because the examiner will stop you. He won't sit there and listen to you all day because the total exam is like 14 minutes. Okay, and he probably has a lot of candidates. Okay, examiner, what do you do in your spare time? Short answer is I love shopping. Not enough information. It's not interesting enough. The long answer is I love shopping because I love trying on new clothes and I always feel more confident when I'm wearing a new outfit. Okay, that's a very real sentence. A lot of people, most people, everybody I think feels good when they put on some new clothes. It's a good feeling. Okay, right, using words to connect ideas. So, do you like going out with friends? So as you can see, the connecting words are in yellow. Okay, yes, I do. It's great to be able to chill out and catch up with their news. So also, we often go to new places, which I really like. So and also, very common words to connect ideas are and. See them down here? Yes, and, but, because, also, and like. Okay? Oh no, lexical resource. Lexical resource, lexical, what's lexical? I don't understand why they use these big words. Lexical means vocabulary. So use a wide range of vocabulary. Use idioms and collocations and paraphrase. So let's have a look at this more closely. Wide range of vocabulary. So you need to be able to talk about your home, your education, your crime in Bangkok, in Thailand in general, diet, fitness, health, work. Well, in your case, it's study, IT, environment, science, and the arts. Okay. Again, you need to familiarize yourself with all of these topics. Look at YouTube videos, read articles online. When you're sitting on the phone, when you're sitting on the BTS coming to school, or, you know, you can be checking out this stuff. An idiom is a group of words that are, okay, let me just highlight this for you. A group of words that are different in meaning to the words when separated. Okay, so break a leg. If you say break a leg, it's nothing to do with breaking legs. Nothing at all. Actually, I find this really funny because break a leg, as most of you probably know, means good luck. So what these people are actors. So let's say they're your friends. Okay, and you're saying goodbye to them before they go on stage. You might say break a leg, which means have a great performance and enjoy yourself. Okay, now collocations in part 1. So collocations, words that go together. So what do you do every morning? You might say, well, I get up. That's a collocation. I get up at around 6 a.m. I have a shower. I get dressed. Another collocation. Have breakfast and then leave for school. Okay. Yeah. Then the examiner might ask you another question. How do you usually get to school every day? And you'd say, well, I get to school by bus. But if I'm late, I take a taxi. Take a taxi. We take a taxi. You could suppose you could get a taxi too. Yeah. Okay. Now, paraphrasing is very, very important, really important, not just in speaking, but in every aspect of IELTS, all 4 skills. You need paraphrasing. Like, for example, in the listening test, the words in the questions usually are not the same as the words that you hear. Okay. The same in the reading. The words in the questions are not the same as the word in the text, in the story, in the article. Okay, so paraphrasing, learning synonyms is really important. So, do you like cucumbers is the question. Then the answer is, do you mean those long, green, oddly shaped vegetables? To be honest, I've never really liked them. So this is demonstrating your understanding of what a cucumber is. And you're able to communicate, you're able to define it in your answer. You should try to eat cucumbers. They're very nutritious. It's better to go for the organic variety because they're prone to insects, which you don't want to eat, of course. Now, you're also marked on grammatical range and accuracy. Speak in complex sentences. Use a variety of grammatical forms and avoid grammatical mistakes. Well, avoiding mistakes, that goes without saying. Everybody knows about this. This is why you have to check your work or think about what you're saying. In the speaking, if you make a mistake, you say, you realize you've got a wrong tense or something. Well, you just communicate, I've made a mistake. Oh, sorry, that should be. So you're communicating, and that's what you're if you're looking for, you need what, band 7, 7.5. The more communication you do, the better. Okay. So let's look at complex sentences. Complex sentences can be made, they can be made by linking two or more chunks of information or pieces of information in one sentence. So this is done by using linking words and phrases such as and, however, even though, so, and but. Okay. Now, so simple sentence. I don't have much time. I don't do much exercise. No, not a good idea. Complex. A complex sentence is I don't have much free time, so I don't do much exercise. Okay, much better flow, much more fluent. Okay, now, so grammatical forms are nouns. Noun, student is a noun. Adjective, okay, glamorous, beautiful, your girlfriend is beautiful. An adjective, determiner. A is a determiner, a banana. I have a banana on a plate beside me here. Verb, okay. Right now I'm talking, that's a verb. Adverb, an adverb modifies a verb, okay. So these are some examples of grammatical forms. Okay, now pronunciation. Finally, we're going to look at pronunciation. Pronounce words accurately. Listen to a lot of Netflix. Listen to the news. Listen to how people pronounce. Stop saying geography and photography. It's geography and photography. Okay. Join sounds together. This makes, in the listening test, this makes listening for plural nouns quite difficult because we join, in English, we join a lot of words together. And vary intonation. We will look at intonation. That's very important as well. Okay. So when one word ends, now we're talking about joining sounds together. When one word ends with, when one word ends with a consonant sound and the next word starts with the same consonant sound, we link the sounds. For example, red dress. We have two D sounds together, so the two words share the sound. Red dress, red dress, red dress, red dress. My girlfriend has a red dress. No, my girlfriend has a red dress. I really like my girlfriend's red dress, red dress. Okay. Now, intonation. Intonation is very important. I'm using intonation right now. It's very important. So I'm emphasizing this. Okay. Now, intonation conveys differences of expressive meaning. So surprise. Oh my God, you won the lottery. Oh, isn't that fantastic? We can go to the moon and get away from COVID. Oh, yes. Okay, now. So, okay, going off topic for a second. Yes, another. Do dolphins communicate? Do they have a language, do you think? I absolutely love dolphins. They are so sweet. So yes, can anybody guess what's the language called? Yeah, I'll give you a hint. People in China speak Chinese. So what do you think dolphins speak? The answer is Dolphinese. Yeah, there's a lot of research about this. Can we understand Dolphinese? Of course we can't. I don't think we can because we don't speak it. We don't speak it. We're a different species. Anyway, let's get back to now. We're going to have a look at the next part of today's lesson. We're going to have a look at 10 phrasal verbs. Okay, 10 phrasal verbs. And this is focusing on this section, use a variety of grammatical forms, okay? So phrasal verbs, here we go. Now, how to learn these phrasal verbs? Study, repeat, practice in conversation. It's very important that you practice them in conversation. If you just learn off a load of phrasal verbs. Sorry, I'm just fixing my camera here so you can see my pretty face. Okay, how to learn. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yes, it's important that you learn them in context. If you just learn off loads and loads of phrasal verbs, it's a waste of time, because you'll start using them in all the wrong places. Okay, so it's very important, learn them in context. Okay, so what is a phrasal verb? It's a verb and a preposition. Walk out, walk out, walk out. The movie was terrible, so I walked out. Okay, prepositions, you know about prepositions: in, on, under, to, away, etc. Okay, now phrasal verbs are idiomatic. What does that mean? Idiomatic, I'm sure many of you know already. Idiomatic, the meaning is different from the individual words. Okay, so I'm giving you here a simple one that you all understand, so you can understand the concept easily. Okay, so to speak up. No, this child, I know many people talk to the moon. Maybe the child is talking to the moon, I don't know. But speaking up doesn't mean looking up at the moon or the stars and speaking. Okay, what does it mean? You all know. It means speak louder, okay? So the meaning is different from the individual words, okay? Speak up actually means speak louder. Easy. Right, now, phrasal verbs, speak down. Now this, to speak down, is much more idiomatic, okay? It's much more. So to speak in an insulting way to someone, okay? So it's very clear that we should not do this. You don't speak down to people. It's not polite. And it makes them feel really bad. To speak to someone as if they are less mature, intelligent, or capable than they really are. That's to speak down. Don't do it. Not a good idea. I hope I'm not speaking down to you right now. I don't mean to. I try not to speak down to my children when they ask me a serious question. Okay, this is important, especially when you're tired. You have to tolerate your children. Okay, this will apply to you in a few years. I hate the way my boss speaks down to me whenever I ask him to explain something. Okay, so Has a teacher ever made you feel bad? Maybe he or she were speaking down to you. Right, next. Phrasal verbs about work or study. These phrasal verbs will be very useful in the IELTS and in English communication in general. Okay, so to knuckle down. So this is your knuckle. This is nothing to do with your knuckle. Okay, so it's nothing at all to do with your knuckle. Now, it's a little hard to pronounce. Knuckle down. Say that. Knuckle down. Knuckle down. Knuckle down. Very good. Knuckle down. Knuckle down. Okay. Now, it means to start focusing on your work or study. Yes, to start focusing. I have to knuckle down. A lot of students leave homework till Sunday night, for example. So, oh my God, it's Sunday. I have to knuckle down and do some work. So, in context, to get a band 7.5 in IELTS, I really need to knuckle down and do lots of practice. Okay. Next, IELTS speaking part 1. Here's a possible question you might be asked. Can you cook? Can you drive? Can you run? Can you paint? Okay. So let's see. Can you fly? Oh, no, I'm not Superman. Okay. Useful phrasal verb to get round to, get round to, get round to. To do something you intended to do, but not had time. Okay. So let's have a look. Can you cook? So the question is, can you cook? And you would say, I'd love to learn how to cook, but I just haven't got round to it. I've been too busy. I've been too busy, yeah. So yeah, I cook. I shouldn't cook because I'm a terrible cook. Oh my God. You don't want to taste my food, that's for sure. The only thing I can cook really well is chili con carne. I know lots of you like to cook. In fact, many of you want to be chefs when you leave school, which is it's a stressful job, but it's I'm sure it's full of job satisfaction, especially when you're really good. Now, phrasal verb about hobbies. So let's have a look at this. Now, we join the words together. While away, while away. Say that. While away. Very good. While away. We join the words together. Okay. Join the words together. While away. Now, it means to spend time in a relaxed way. Okay. Now, this is a positive way of talking about spending time. There's also some people say killing time. But killing time is very negative. Yeah, while away. To while away. I had a good time. I whiled away the afternoon watching movies. So in context, I love to while away the afternoon watching movies. Okay. I love to watch a good Netflix film. Okay. Now here's another phrasal verb about hobbies. To brush up on. Again, 3 words joined together. Brush up on. Brush up on. Say that. Brush up on. Brush up on. Brush up on. Okay. Now, it means to improve a skill you haven't practiced for some time. So what's the example? I love playing golf, but I need to brush up on it as I haven't played for a long time. Okay. You can say, I'm a bit rusty. I'm a bit rusty. I need to brush up on it. Brush up on. Okay. That sentence doesn't apply to me because I hate golf. I find it really boring. But golf is a good game to get into, especially when you're in business. Because a lot of business, a lot of deals are done on the golf course. So I know a lot of you want to be businessmen in the future. Some of you want to have your own companies, learn how to play golf. Good strategy. Now, so speaking part 3, How will change in the future? Shopping, news, the economy, etc. Okay. So we're going to look at 5 phrasal verbs that will help you in part 3. Right. First one, to bank on. What does this mean? To bank on. To expect and hope something will happen. That's the explanation, to bank on. So I'm banking on the COVID situation getting better in June when lots of people will be vaccinated. Okay, I'm banking on, I'm expecting, I'm hoping, okay, to expect and hope something to happen. Right, now, okay, another one, be in for, be in for. What does it mean? To be about to have or experience something. Now, how do you think shopping will change? The question, what's the answer? Many real shops are in for a hard time as lots of people will choose to shop online. Okay, more and more people find this very convenient. And it's also a lot safer than going somewhere like Central World or wherever where there's lots of people. So it's safer to stay at home and go on your phone and just do it that way. Right, next, pan out. Now the 2 words join together, okay? Very important for your fluency. Pan out, pan out, pan out. Say that, pan out. Good job, pan out. Now, the result or develop in a certain way, to pan out. How will things pan out? So what do you think about the future? And you might say, I think life will get better, but we'll have to see how things pan out, how they develop, how they. Good. Now, so part 3. Again, run up against, run up against. 3 words joined together. Again, run up against, run up against. Okay, to face problems or difficult situations. Now, what do you think about the recent virus wave? I think we're going to run up against lots of problems, okay? And the next one, to figure out. You all understand this, I'm sure. Very easy, figure out, figure out, figure out, figure out. Okay, to find a solution. So what do you think about COVID-19? It's complicated and it's not easy to figure out a solution. Okay, right now. So guys, do not forget to do the questions. You can go on the link or you can use the QR code. Totally your call. Okay, good luck with that.